The icy surface of Mars is hiding some amazing things from view. We're talking about mysterious bright spots, giant volcanoes, and even possible life. There are many secrets hidden beneath the red planet's frosty surface. And thanks to NASA's Mars missions, we can now see what's below the ice. What could be underneath the ice? Let's take a journey under the Martian surface to find out. But before we do that, be sure to hit that like button for more videos of our channel. Scientists have discovered an enormous salty lake underneath the ice of Mars. Researchers say it's likely to be one of the largest lakes in the entire solar system. It is also one of the most convincing pieces of evidence yet that the red planet may have once been habitable. The discovery was made by analyzing data collected by the European Space Agency's Mars Express orbiter. The data showed hints of a large body of liquid water at the red planet's north pole. Scientists used radar to map the area and found a lake that's at least 20 kilometers wide and 4 kilometers deep. They say it could be as much as 65 kilometers wide. That's wider than Manhattan. If the data is correct, the lake contains more than 200 trillion liters of water. To put that into perspective, that's equal to more than 80 billion Olympic swimming pools. But how did such a massive body of water get trapped under miles of ice? Scientists think it happened when Mars began to freeze over millions of years ago. As the planet cooled, carbon dioxide froze and formed a solid cap over the north and south poles. But the poles were already covered in ice at the time, so the CO2 formed a new layer on top of that. Over time, the weight of all that ice caused the center of the planet to heat up, so it melted the rock below, creating a pocket of liquid water. Scientists believe the lake is salty because they've also detected high levels of magnesium, calcium, and potassium in the area. These elements are often found in salty water here on Earth. They're carried to the poles by wind and rain and then trapped under the ice, and scientists think this lake could have been the perfect place for life to evolve. In 2024, researchers will attempt to confirm the discovery with data from the Italian-led Mars mission, which will search for water and other signs of life on the red planet. In the meantime, scientists continue to analyze data from the Mars Express orbiter. They hope to learn more about the makeup of the lake and whether or not it could have been a suitable environment for life. Giant volcanoes lurk beneath the polar ice caps of Mars. The frozen wasteland may seem inhospitable to the growth of anything, but these areas have recorded the highest temperatures ever seen on the red planet. The ice caps themselves are hiding giant ice volcanoes, known as cryo. According to NASA, there are thousands of cryovolcanoes scattered across the surface of Mars. They look similar to regular volcanoes, except they're made of ice instead of rock, and they erupt with slushy water instead of hot lava. Some of these ice volcanoes are very small, only a few meters high. Others are true giants. NASA says the largest cryovolcanoes are up to 300 meters tall and 6 kilometers wide at the base. We don't know exactly how cryovolcanoes form, but we do know how they erupt. It happens when pockets of carbon dioxide gas build up pressure under the ice caps. Eventually, the pressure becomes too much and the ice splits open. The gas escapes and creates a jumbled mess of ice blocks, kind of like a volcanic eruption. Now, the reason why these eruptions happen at the poles has to do with the tilt of the planet. Mars is tilted on its axis at about 25 degrees. That means that the northern and southern poles receive very little sunlight throughout the year. And it just so happens that both poles have huge cracks in them. Those cracks allow the CO2 to escape and create cryovolcanoes. May not seem like much of a threat, but they're actually pretty dangerous. When they erupt, they send huge chunks of ice flying through the air. These ice chunks can reach sizes of 100 meters across and move at speeds of up to 90 meters per second. Imagine being hit by a block of ice the size of a house. NASA scientists are still learning about cryo. In 2022, they released an image of a cryovolcano that had erupted for the first time in 50 years. It happened at a place called Olympia da Planitia, which is located in the southern polar region of Mars. This was the first time scientists had ever witnessed a Martian cryovolcanic eruption. Bright spots hidden beneath the ice are challenging astronomers' ideas of what Mars is like. There are hundreds of mysterious bright spots that have been found on Mars's surface. Some of them are fairly small, while others cover entire regions of the planet. Scientists aren't 100% sure what causes them, but they have some theories. One idea is that the bright spots are caused by deposits of salt left behind from ancient lakes. Millions of years ago, Mars had a much warmer climate, and there were lakes of liquid water on the surface. As the planet cooled, the water evaporated and left behind mineral deposits that reflected sunlight and created the bright spots. Another theory is that the bright spots are caused by ice that has been stained by organic matter. This organic matter could have come from bacteria or other microorganisms that lived on the surface of Mars. The microbes would have grown on the ice and created a film that absorbed sunlight and made the ice appear brighter. Researchers are also investigating the possibility that the bright spots are caused by water that has been contaminated by chemicals from space. Billions of years ago, Mars was hit by a meteor that contained hydrogen and nitrogen. These chemicals could have reacted with the water on the surface and created bright spots. Scientists have yet to figure out the cause of these bright spots, but they plan to keep investigating. One day soon, we may find conclusive evidence of past life on Mars. Underneath the ice, there's a vast ocean on Mars, one that could have supported life as we know it. Researchers analyzed data from the Mars Global Surveyor spacecraft and discovered evidence of a huge body of water beneath the red planet's surface. The discovery was made by examining gravity fluctuations near Mars's North Pole. The data showed that the gravity in the area was lower than it should be, which indicated that there was a large body of something below the surface. Scientists believe it's a massive ocean of liquid water. According to NASA, the ocean is about 10 times the size of Earth's entire ocean. But unlike Earth's ocean, which is full of salt water, this one is likely pure fresh water. That is because the water came from melting ice, rather than from outgassing vents in the planet's core. It's not clear how long the ocean has been there or how it formed, but scientists say it may have played a role in the evolution of life on Mars. If the ocean existed when Mars was still geothermally active, it could have provided a suitable environment for life to emerge. However, the ocean isn't full of fish and other marine animals like Earth's ocean. Instead, it's home to strange creatures that have adapted to the harsh conditions of the red planet. Researchers have discovered evidence of crustacean-like animals that live in the ocean. They also found fossils of jellyfish-like creatures that may have been the first animals to evolve on Mars. The discovery of the ocean was a major breakthrough in our understanding of Mars. It raised hopes that the red planet could have been habitable in the past and that there may still be life there today. Mysterious canyons hide vast lakes beneath the ice. Mars has no shortage of mysterious features that scientists are still trying to understand. Take the vast canyon system known as Valles Marineris, for example. The canyon system stretches for 4,000 kilometers across the surface of Mars and reaches depths of 7 kilometers. It is one of the largest geological features on the planet, and scientists are still trying to figure out how it formed. The leading theory is that Valles Marineris is the result of tectonic activity. As the planet cooled, it contracted and the crust cracked, creating the vast canyon system. However, scientists are still investigating the possibility that the canyons were formed by impact from a meteorite. What's really fascinating about Valles Marineris is that it contains vast lakes of liquid water. These lakes are hidden beneath the icy surface of Mars, and they could contain more than 10 trillion liters of water. That's enough water to fill up 4 billion Olympic swimming pools. Scientists believe the lakes formed when pockets of CO2 gas became trapped beneath the ice. The gas created enough pressure to melt the ice and form lakes of liquid water. The discovery of the lakes was made by analyzing data from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. The orbiter detected variations in the planet's gravity, which indicated that there was something below the ice. Scientists then used radar to map the area and found the lakes. It's not clear how long the lakes have been there or if they contain any life, but scientists hope to learn more in the coming years. Thanks for watching. What do you think is hidden beneath the ice of Mars? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button for more videos of our channel.